Yes, hello guys, welcome back to Monday Racing League. Yes, it's Monday evening, it's Monday Racing League time. Well, after last week's race in Canada, Montreal, we head over to Azerbaijan, to Baku for a crazy street circuit. And next week, we're heading over into the first sprint race of Season 9. It's in Portugal, in Portimao. Now let's go to the track figures. We have 26 laps in total, 20 corners, 8 to the right, 12 to the left, track length of 6 kilometers and a total race distance of 156 kilometers. And the current MRL track record from Bera out of Season 7 is a 1:41.622. Now let's go to the driver standings. We see Myth is leading after the first win last time out in Canada. On P2 we have the current champion Bera on P3, Zsolti P4, Ripster Wolfrin on 5, on 6 we have Frank Tank, on 7 Aroble, on 8 Spaghet, on 9 Tomasito, and on 10 the Muffin Man. Now let's go to the team standings. We see Racing Bulls V-Carb is leading, very comfy, with that beautiful double podium scoring last time out in Canada. Then we have Red Bull on 2, P3 McLaren, P4 Mercedes, P5 Williams, 6 Ferrari, 7 Sauber, 8 Alpine, 9 Aston Martin, and on P10 we have Haas. Yes, now let's go for the qualifying action here in the streets of Baku. Yes, we managed to be back online. Sorry again for the troubles. So let's have a look first. We see Bera again, already the fastest one out there with close to 8/10 gap to Tomasito P3, Zsolti in the V-car, Frank Tank, Picard, Gianbartolomeo, GDA, Zamuku, WordPress, and so on and so on. Let's have a look to GDA. Finishing his hot lap. No, was Gianbartolomeo, sorry. Just need to enable everything, then we are to go. Telemetry, also track map, that's it. Yeah, Wolfram for champ. Let's see. Position 13 currently with no time on the board. Spaghet to the finish line. P6. Where is Aroble currently? So. $35,111 for Aroble in Sector 1. That's 5 slower than Bera. Already in first sector. Sector 2, 39.7, that 8/10 slower than Bera. So looks like Bera had a crazy time out there. Pedal down to the start finish line. Aroble jumps up to P4 currently. Let's have a look to Bera. He's going for another run. BlackOpal already used a little bit of battery to have a super high speed there for turn 1. Wow, that's... wow. Crazy driving from Berra. Everything super tight and of course pretty fast. So purple sector 1 again, purple for him. Now the tricky stuff to the old town of Baku. Wow. Berra is cooking. What is the dish of the day? Getting a little bit of slipstream from his teammate Robler. Yeah, of course, even faster, 1:38.309. That's, yeah, I would say close to a second faster than P1 Tomasito in the Ferrari. We see improvements on the two Williams cars, on Frank Tank and Picard. Wow, jumps up to P3, 138.9. GDA now in the final sector. Improved his lap time in sector 1 but slower in sector 2. So yellow sector time for him. He hasn't used a lot of battery. Still 100%, and now he started to use the battery. Stays on P9. And Mid went in. Who else? Zsolti on P4 currently. In the final meters, I think he's going into pit. As well, the driver behind him, it's Tomasito. Then we have Wolfrin. 2 green sectors, so he's improving. WordPress, sorry. I just saw the WOL. And we have 2 WOLs, Wolpress and Wolfrin. Frank Tank going in as well. We have Briggs to the next one on the board here. To cross the start finish line, in his case the finish line. With no time on the board for now, and now a 141.775 for him. Let's have a look to our Roble. In the final turns here, high speed turns down the long straight. Stays on P6. We're gonna have, now we have Wolfrin. One of the two WLs. $140.802 for him and a little spin. Nothing to worry about for time being. Anybody else improving? I see on position 6 Aroble with the green sector 1. With 1 minute 30 left in the qualifying session. By the way, guys, if you have any guesses who is achieving pole today, might be more or less an easy one for you, but yeah, let's see. Is somebody else faster than Berra? Yes or no? Let me know your guesses, please. Now Roble with 2 green sectors maybe also improves in this last sector. Yes, goes to currently position 3 for him. You see here Samuku with a little bit of slipstream of the car in front. Running on low fuel. P9 for him. Then we have Gian Bartolomeo. P7. Next one to cross the line, GDA. Everybody going into the box. Next one to finish his lap time is Zsolti. Yeah, a shout out. It's a purple sector 1 for Zsolti and a green sector 2. So the Hungarian driver is improving. Just need to have a good final sector. And Myth retiring. Myth will start at the end of the field on position 18 for him. Berra also just retired, 5 place grid penalty, and we see a position 3 from Zsolti. Wow. Klippa invalidated his lap time. Then we have an invalidated lap time from Aroble. What is Tomasito able to do? Green sector 1, yellow sector 2. Yes, and the final ones. The final meters stays on P2. And we have Frank Tank. Going into pit, and the last one, Gian Bartolomeo in the Alpine, jumps up to P6. A nice one for him. Then we have an invalidation from Rapster. Yeah, I think that was it. That was the qualifying of the Azerbaijani Grand Prix here in Baku. So we have Berra on P1, Tomasito 2, Zsolti on P3, pretty nice one. Then we have Aroble on P4, Frank Tank 5, pretty nice result for the Williams driver there, and Gian Bartolomeo in the Alpine on P6. Then we have GDA on 7, Picard in second, Williams on 8, then Samuko on 9, Spaghet on 10. Sorry for that. Then Wool Press on 11. Yo-Yo 12 Wolfreen, on 13 Clip, on 14 Ripster, on 15 Joy, new driver, 16 Sterch, I don't know how to pronounce, on 17 Myth, 18, 19 the Muffin Man. We see a 5-place position grid penalty for Clipper and a 10-place position, 10 position place grid, blah 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 blah, you know what I mean. 10 positions back, so Ripster will start from the back of the field. Looks like we do have a dry race. And Zach Zipper is also driving. Just to let you know, he's from New Zealand. I counted last time out the flags here in the Monday Racing League, and we have 13 different countries driving here in the Monday Racing League. If you want to join, just sign up via Discord and be first a substitute driver, and then if you have 3 races, then you can have a fixed seat, but not for this season. I think this season is quite full packed with already 17 fixed seats, and some drivers are fighting for the last 3 available seats here in the league. But for sure, for the anniversary, is it anniversary? I don't know. For the season number 10, so next season, we are searching always for drivers. So let's have a look what we need. No, we doesn't need anything. We just need racing and quick look to the tire choices the drivers made. We have many medium runners, 2 hard runners, Rank Tank and Spaghet, and 2 soft runners, that's Myth, the 2-time champion, and Ripster. In the McLaren, starting from P19 today. We just give you some insights of some drivers. Every stream we show 2 insights of drivers, and today we have chosen Ripster in the McLaren, and let's go to the next one. Zsolti in the vehicle. So let's go for the start of the POV from Aroble. Just for the first meters, then we switch back to the broadcast view. The grid is formed. Now we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Out the way, yeah, let's go for racing. Down to turn 1, a little contact there from Samuku. Samuku had a good start. Aroble is fighting back. No, he stays behind Samuku. Beautiful overtake, or beautiful start from Samuku. Well, slight contact there between these 2 drivers. Now the inside line for Samuku stays on that. And already a little gap between Aroble and GDA, 0.9 second, close to 1 second gap between these drivers, Aroble and GDA. The grid stays more or less the same. Let's see the position changes. We had 5 positions gained from Somuku and 4 losses from Gianbartolomeo. So Somuku had an amazing start. A very narrow section of the track there you saw in the old town of Baku. Already have yellow flags and a virtual safety car. Hopefully we don't have too many safety cars today. We don't see any penalties for time being. So, virtual safety car ended. Let's go racing again. Lap number 2 of 26. Beautiful camera angle here. What is happening here between Spaghet, Yo-Yo? What a dive from Yo-Yo! Of course, Spaghet is maybe struggling a little bit with his hard tires. And Yo-Yo is trying to hunt down Gianbartolomeo. And the fastest lap currently from Tomasito, 1:41.865. And Tomasito still close behind Pera. Abe Seinolson, welcome back. Yes, start was, well, not too much carnage there. Everybody survived more or less, yeah, and position changes. And not too many big position changes. We have Myth gained 3 positions. Somuku gained 5 positions at the beginning of the race. Now we see it here. 4 positions gained from Somuku and 5 from Myth. And Gianbartolomeo lost 4. And in the front we see Tomasito still close, pretty close behind Berra. Is he going for an overtake attempt at the long main straight? There is over 1 kilometer, others would say 1000 in rally language. 1 kilometer to go. As of here, let's sit into the car of Tomasito, enabling DRS, and is flying past Berra. Current champion goes for the fastest lap, a 1:41.574. By the way, that was a new track record. 141.574 is a new track record from Tomasito. And Berra has been able to overtake again. Back to position 1 for Berra. And there is a safety car. Picard leaving the race. 10 seconds time penalty for Yo-Yo. Looks like there's been a collision between Yo-Yo and Picard. Are the drivers going in to change the tires? Maybe the soft runners are going on to hard rubber. Not sure. These two stay out. I see the Muffin Man came in already. Then we have Zsolti and GDA are going in. With Spaghet and Wolf in as well. And Gianbartolomeo is also retiring. And I missed something. Why is Berra on position 3? And the Vogler has a time penalty of 3 seconds. So we have currently 3 DNFs, Gianbartolomeo on the Alpine, Picard in the Williams, and Azerbaijan or in the Haas. But still 16 drivers in the race. And we're in lap number 5, already have the first safety car. Let's keep fingers crossed that we don't have any other safety cars. So Tomasito is giving space for Berra. Might be a fair play thing. The safety car is going one more lap. Just quickly try again to restart the Sim Hub. Maybe that works today or not. Because as you know, the game had an update tonight. Could be that it works now. So I do have proper telemetry data to commentate, but that's my issue. I can also commentate without any telemetry data. But it's much nicer to have telemetry, of course. You know, I love telemetry. Yeah, restarted now. The sim hub says game running. That's good. Now let's try the dashboard again. Let's see if we have data again. By the way, as always, cheers, guys. And it says Australian Grand Prix. Wow. We're not in Australia, we are in Azerbaijan. I think the safety car is coming in now. Quickly check over here. No, otherwise cars wouldn't drive so close behind the safety car. There is no message that the safety car is coming in, but yeah. The safety car is going one more lap. Easy. So just gonna try one more time. Clicky clicky. Sim up. End task. Whoops, and away it is. It is. By the way, how is life on your side, guys? Everything okay? Hopefully you had a good start into the week. So restart the browser. Well, it doesn't help anyway. Yeah, let's go for full screen racing again. No safety car in this lap. At least this message is accurate. That's what I said before. If the safety car is coming in, there is a big gap between the safety car and the leader of the field, in this case, Bera. Let's go to POV from Roble. Ah, what a bad start from Tomasito, and I think Roble crossed Tomasito before the start finish line. Oh, there was contact between these two drivers, Tomasito and Roble. Tomasito ending up on P16, 15 and Roble on 11, and we have a new position too. It's Zomuku and just behind him Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo still carrying on with a 10-second time penalty. Let's have a quick look to the pit stops the drivers made. We have Zsolti in the top group who already made a pit stop, as well Spaghet, GDA, Clipper and Myth and Wolfring. The others still need to come into pit. .2-second gap between Berra and Samuku already. That doesn't mean that Samuku is slow. I think he needed to avoid the collision there. That's why he backed off a little bit at turn 1. But still managed to take the advantage of the carnage between Tomasito and Roble. Now Yo-Yo on P2. And Zsolti going for an overtake now. Zsolti on P2 and Samuku back on P4. Beautiful close racing here. There's a lot of smoke there when the drivers are braking. We have a 3-second time penalty for Frank Tank. Well, I don't think that Berra is champ. There's still 14 races to go. Well, Berra is of course the man to beat. We saw in Season 8 that Berra has an amazing pace in this game cycle here in F1 24. But last time out, Myth won the Grand Prix in the first Grand Prix in Canada, Montreal. And Myth already on P7. And of course Myth already did the pit stop as well. Zsolti did the pit stop, Spaghet and GDA. Berra's bet 1.01. Yeah, maybe yes. Then it doesn't win a lot if you bet on Berra. We just missed out the overtake from Myth to GDA. But Myth already on P5. Yo-Yo back to P7. And Spaghet pretty close behind Myth. Well, we know Azerbaijan, Baku here is one of the best tracks of Berra. He just loves this track. He's always pretty fast in street circuits. He will have another chance or 2 chances, let's say a 141.234 for Berra, a new track record. But now let's see the overtake from... Let's go to the outside. Wow! What was that, guys? You saw that? I didn't realize that there is another Not a car, but... And Sumuko back on P3 fighting with Myth already. Myth back on P5-4. Crazy driving here between these 3 or 4, 5 drivers. I see 5 cars. Yes, I see 5 cars. Yeah, Berra is kinda like Sergio Perez, but yeah, Berra is also fast on non-street circuits. Berra is fast everywhere, I think. What is happening to Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo on P15. Is he having some front wing damage? No. No front wing damage for him, but looks like not a good result for the Ferrari team. We have another, not yellow flag, another yellow car, let's say safety car. So Tomasito has front wing damage, he's going into pit, of course. Then we're gonna have, I don't know if Zsolti is coming back to mediums for 15 laps, maybe it's worth, but yeah, Berra, the leader in the Grand Prix, of course, is coming into pit. Zsolti now leading the Grand Prix. I think everybody else is coming into pit who haven't pitted so far. Berra back on position 3 behind his 2 rivals for the Constructor Championship. All the 2 drivers, Myth and Zsolti in the V-Carb. Are you in the street circuit? Adnan. It's on top left. I not always read everything. Well, I'm pretty sure we have an amazing, yeah, season 9 with the constructors. Because there are 3 very fast teams. We have the V-Carbs with Zsolti and Myth. A double podium for them last time out in Canada. And then we have Berra, the current champion, alongside with Aroble, a pretty fast driver as well. So they are fighting for sure for the team championship. As well, of course, the Ferrari team with Yo-Yo and Tomasito. There is a minimum of 3-way battle for the title there. And in the drivers, it's yeah, for sure a battle, everybody against Berra. Or Berra against everybody. Just do one more try with the SimHub stuff. Just wait a little bit and maybe it works because it shows the game is running. But yeah. We still have 1 lap to go here for the safety car. It's a little bit boring. Every time I click out the game, then yeah, it stops. It goes directly into the pause menu. So now safety car is in this lap. We're in lap 14 soon. What is happening there with GTA? Teleported back. But yeah, anyway, let's go to position 4 to Wolfrin to see the restart. Now Zsolti went. Do we see already an attack from Beta in turn 1? Not so far. Wolfin defending a little bit the inside from Ripster. Something happened to the Muffin Man and Frank Tank in the back. Wow, that was a close one, and most probably front wing damage, and we see a retirement from Samuko and have another safety car. And of course, I forgot the McLaren guys for the team championship. We see now Ripster on P4 and 5 Spaghet. So I think everybody already went into pit. Tomasita went into pit 3 times already. Then we had Spaghet 2 times now. Wolfing goes in to change his damage front wing. There's still 11 laps to go in the Grand Prix. I think the man to watch is also Spaghet, because he has medium tires, 3 laps old. Currently driving on position 4. What happened there? We see a time penalty from Myth. 3 seconds time penalty from Myth. That's very rare to see him with a time penalty. I think Zsolti let him pass. Now Myth let Zsolti pass again to go back to the normal order. On the Discord, I see the discussions again regarding safety car to put it on reduced. Well, we ever had standard safety car settings in the league. Of course, if there are many drivers, especially in street circuits or like Monaco or this one here, Then we have many damaged cars and carnage and these things around the track and so on. That's why we have so many safety cars. If we get one safety car per race, I would be happy. Maximum one safety car per race. But of course we already have another one here. Zsolti warming up his tires. Well, I'm a little bit hyped for the next race. We have the first sprint race of Season 9 next week in Portimao, Portugal. Portugal always guarantees nice racing. Just a lovely track going up and downhill. Many nice, pretty nice turns there. Different lines possible to guarantee for good racing. Now the safety car is coming in. So we're gonna have 10 laps of racing. Don't crash, Zsolti, don't crash. Let's have a look to the restart of the Grand Prix of the POV from Spaghet, the winner of Season 7. I do remember Season 7 was horrible for Spaghet at the beginning of the season, then yeah, he managed to catch up and finally win Season 7. Oh, close, close. Nice driving by Spaghet. Oh. That's the scariest part of the track. And of course the next turn, this one a little bit downhill, often smashes the car to the right side into the barriers there. Now let's have a look to the POV from Berra. Is he? Yes, he will go for an overtake on Myth. Myth nicely giving space here, and Zsolti wanna squeeze Berra. They are doing teamwork here to keep the Red Bull behind. looked like Berra is doing the Leclerc move. Oh, slight contact there, but nothing happened. Beautiful racing between Zsolti and Berra. And of course, pretty nice teamwork. And we have the next one in the mix. Spaghet, no, not even a slight touch between Spaghet and Berra through these very narrow corners here. You see, these drivers know what they are doing. They're driving not the first time. Taking a lot of curb there from Berra. I'm sure Zsolti is a little bit backing off Spaghet and Berra to give Myth a little bit an advantage. Already 1.4 seconds to gap between Zsolti and Myth, but now Zsolti has no DRS. So he will be a sitting duck on the main straight. There's nothing how he can defend from Spaghet, Berra, and maybe also Aroble just behind Berra. Well, Aroble is a little bit far away. Let's go to the helicopter camera so we see Spaghet and Berra are trying to overtake, and yes, both managed to overtake Zsolti. Beautiful camera angles here. And the gap has been down to 0.6 seconds between Myth and Spaghet. We have another yellow flag in sector 1 and a virtual safety car. Ay, ay, ay. That has been pretty close for Tomasito, and you see he has front wing damage. And Yo-Yo got a drive-through penalty for speeding under yellow flags, and VSC is ended. So Yo-Yo need to come into pit, drive through the pit lane, and loses more or less 15 seconds. Well, he need to come in the next 3 laps, and we gotta have a new leader. We have Spaghet leading the Grand Prix. Ahead of Berra and Myth. Looks like it's not the race of Yo-Yo today. We're most likely gonna see the same stuff again. Spaghet leading currently and at the start-finish line. Berra and Myth are overtaking him. But we also know Spaghet has the yellow rubbered medium tires. Let's see what the others have behind him. 4 cars on hard tires. Then we have GDA on position 6 with also medium tires. Wolverine Muffin Man on mediums, and we most likely see some pretty fast times from Wolpress and Yo-Yo. And again, two cars are overtaking the lead car into turn 1. What happened to Muku? Looks like with the new patch, the graphics are a little bit better in my POV. But still, according to the dashboard, we're driving in Australia. Killed twice by the same guy. Okay. Reported. You can report twice. And better back to P1. We see something here between the Muffin Man and Tomasito. Wow, there's been some debris on the track. I think it was from the Muffin Man. Let's quickly go to the outside view from him. Yes, damage front wing. The end plate on the left and right side is missing, and now Tomasito pretty close behind him. Why? What was that? Did the Muffin Man lifted and Tomasito, yeah, drove too close to avoid the contact? Maybe yes, but we don't have another safety car. Praise the Lord, or whoever. And not pretty close gaps here. Yeah, red flag. Well, we also had many safety cars who don't need red flags. Yeah, why not? I'm just watching Yo-Yo. I'm not sure what time he drove last time out. Was prepared for a new track record. We had how many times? 2 or 3 times track record. But let's go back to the racing here. Roble is overtaking Spaghet. What a close driving here between these 3 drivers, between the Red Bulls and the McLaren. Now Berra is overtaking both, and behind you see the flying Portuguese GDA approaching and overtaking on the right side. Overtaking 2 cars as well. What an overtake from GDA, but back to P5. Yeah, sure, for the DRS needed on the long straight, of course. The 1000 meters there. Again, pretty close driving here between Roble and GDA. I love it to have a close field. Top 6 drivers so close together. Simply lovely to see. So we have 3.5 laps to go until we have a new winner in season 9. Maybe it's an old winner. Myth won the first Grand Prix in Canada, as I said before. Do we see another win from Myth, or a new win for Berra and Spaghet, Roble, etc, etc? What are your guesses, guys? Who's winning the Grand Prix? Ah, maybe a slight contact there. GTA. Wow, what a camera view. And in front we see Berra overtaking Myth. Well, Myth has a 3-second time penalty. Well, this 3 seconds time penalty for Myth can hurt massively. For the time being, he's still on the podium with this 3 seconds. I'm talking about Myth, by the way. Forgot to mention. Another yellow flag in sector 2. It was a Ferrari from Yo-Yo, I think. Pushed a little bit too much and yeah. I'm sure he has some damage there. Back to the top, guys. Myth is staying behind Berra. Back we saw Roble overtaking Spaghet. Now the gaps are getting a little bit bigger, especially between the top 2 drivers, Berra and Myth, and on P3 Roble. Close to 3 seconds gap for them. Well, we have 7 DNFs, so every driver who finishes the Grand Prix today gets at least 1 point. As you know, we give points until position 12. Position 12 gets 1 point finally. And Yo-Yo. We have it. A new track record from the Ferrari. Ferrari driver Yo-Yo. Driving now as Ghost. Because he's a lapped car. But let's go back for the action for the podiums. We're in the final lap, 26, not 28. God bless, there are not 2 laps more. And Spaghet tries everything to be within 3 seconds of Roble, so he gets a podium. Looks like the win is reserved for Berra. No time penalties for the time being for him. Going into one of the last turns there. Looks like Berra is pushing. Purple sector 2 for Berra. And Berra is winning the Azerbaijani Grand Prix here in Baku. Win number 1 in season 9 for Berra. Then we have Myth on position 2. Then Aroble on P3. Spaghet on 4. Zsolti 5, 6. GDA 7. Ripster. And we have on position 8 Wolfrin, 9 Tomasito, and P10. Rounding up the top 10, Volpress. Yo-Yo already finished the finish line? Crossed the finish line? Finished the finish line, wow. And Volpress goes to P10. Yeah, that was it for today's Grand Prix in Azerbaijan, Baku. We saw some very nice driving between the top drivers there. Pretty close driving in the castle section. Yeah, but I'm happy to go to Portugal next week. So we have the winner, Berra, ahead of Myth. So it's tie now in the driver championship. Between these two drivers, then we have Roble on P3, Spaghet 4, Zsolti 5, 6, GDA 7, Ripster 8, Wolfrin 9, Tomasito 10, Wolpress 10, 11, Frank Tank, Yo-Yo on 12 plus the fastest lap. Then we have the DNFs, the Muffin Man, Klippa, Samuku, Joy, Gianbartolomeo, Picard, and yeah, I need to ask how to pronounce the name. Sterch, or yeah, sorry for that. Now let's quickly go through the incidents here. Wow, we had more incidents in Canada. Yeah, what was it for the race? Now let's go for the interviews. Just quickly need to grab the other headphone and go to the other screen. Here we are. Now let's see. I just saw a message from Samuka that is something I'm talking too much about beers and so on. Just saying cheers. But anyway, beer is a very important thing in the life of a man. So let's go for the serious stuff here. Now let's grab. Yes, Spaghet.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
This is not a podium interview.
Why not?
I got P4, didn't I?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'll just grab you now. You had a nice race. I forgot who has P3. I think Roble, right?
I believe so, yeah. But it's okay. You can interview me. I don't mind.
Yeah, normally I always write down who is P1, 2, 3.
I'll be
P1
very
and
quick.
P2 I know, but P3 I forgot, sadly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Basically, you should be talking to a robot instead of me because he managed to get me on the last lap.
Yeah, the final lap. But you had also a good race, right?
Yeah, it was good. It's one of those where you just got to stay out of carnage, isn't it? Just make sure you keep it clean and you can get good points that way.
Yeah, and pretty close driving.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really have the pace, but I had mediums. I had new mediums compared to their hards, so that's the only reason I was able to stay with them. But then they died off eventually, so
yeah,
P4 was the max.
You with the mediums are going for the win finally. But
yeah, to be honest, I was kind of thinking that as well, but they didn't stay as quick. They died off fairly quickly, so unfortunately it wasn't to be. But it was still a fun race, so I can't complain.
Yeah, as long as it's fun, it's good. What about next week, Portimao, Portugal?
Yes, finally some good tracks.
Yeah, better
Canada,
than
no good. Baku, my nightmare. Now we have Portimao. Nice open, clean air. I like.
Okay, well, yeah. So let's go to Roble. Thank you, Andreas.
Have fun on the podium.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh god. And now I just need to grab a Roble. Easy. It never happened to me before, or did it happen before? A Roble on the podium? P3?
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm good. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy. This was such an eventful race, and I felt like I should have been on the podium last week, but I made the most stupid strategy decision ever.
But now you're on the podium in Azerbaijan, Baku.
I'm on the podium, yeah, and I'm happy with the result. I'm more happy with the pace.
Yeah.
I was involved in a lot of incidents. I mean, I'll try to run through it very quickly. So, the first safety car restart, I got such a good run on Tomasito, and I was on the inside, but Chris hit Tomasito, and then it meant that the contact model meant that I got hit. And then I had an incident where Wolfram broke quite early or moved a little bit in the braking zone. I got wing damage, had to pit new hards. And that was the tyres that I finished the race on. And then the second safety car, gained like 4 positions. And then I think, was it another safety car after? And then I was obviously in the front at the front. And then GDA sent it on me and I lost a bit of time. Andreas' tyres fell off a cliff, gained the position on him, caught up into the DRS of Berra and Mattia, but my battery was finished. So, considering that I was at the back and I had wing damage and I had people hit me multiple times during the fault on my own, I'm happy with P3. I won't remove the 3 seconds as well. It's the same as Mattia, he'll tell you. You just got instant warning, 3 seconds, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just report. I wasn't sure who was on P3, so I just grabbed before Spaghet, because you...
It was Andreas.
Yeah.
I gapped him. I built 3 seconds in a lap and a half. His tyres fell off, so I don't need to report him per se. I will be reporting other people though. For sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some more reports than usual this race. It's always with this kind of races, street races, very narrow and so on. Then if you get a slight touch, then you maybe lose a front wing or the end plate at least of the front wing. But I think you guys managed pretty well. Let's say the top 6 drivers always drove within 1 second, more or less 1 second, and pretty nice to watch also between the two cars driving through a very narrow section of the track. I'm not talking about the very narrow section in the castle section there, but through the corners, too wide and so on. I saw one between Berra and Spaghet, and I thought there will be for sure contact, but no contact made. So no you guys are crazy drivers, heads off, huh?
Honestly, I mean, particularly the last stint. I mean, there was a lap or two where I was behind I was literally pushing Andreas. It's mad how close we drive to each other. But it's a testament to how good the others are, that we can keep it clean.
Yeah, and Of course,
So-
also a trust into the other driver that
I think
normally the driver in front and behind should have the car under control or the car next to you. And there should be no contact. But yeah, it was nice to watch this one at least. Too many safety cars again, but that
Too
could
many
happen.
safety cars, yeah. Personally, I agree with other people that we should have it reduced. Because, I mean, we had, what, 3 safety cars and a VSC?
I
It
didn't
just
count.
ruins the race, and there was definitely way too much, and it's almost every week now.
Yeah.
It's just less laps of racing, and it's annoying because it would be nice to just race a normal race where we can have our strategy ideas, but having safety cars all the time, it just means more fresh tires. It means if you build a gap, like Berra, for example, my teammate, he built a gap, and I mean, I think he would have won the race quite comfortably without all these safety cars. But then obviously it helped me, obviously, because I would have finished with a couple points, and now I'm on the podium. So it swings and roundabouts, but
Yeah, I think the drivers should do an appeal if many drivers want to have the safety car on reduced. Then
I think we should do a vote. Yeah,
well,
definitely.
I think in the POV of the FIA, why should we reduce it? Because we had it always like that since season 1. Now we have many new drivers. Not blaming the new drivers, but if you're
No, but I
20
don't think
drivers,
it's-
then we have
yeah.
many safety cars, and
There's more opportunity for safety cars, but
of course,
I
of course.
think
And also this
yeah.
this kind of tracks like Azerbaijan, Baku, it's yeah.
It's to be expected. Yeah. I
If
hear
you
it.
don't get a safety car in Azerbaijan, then yeah.
I don't think I'm complaining about this race in general. I think it's just in general, most races there's just a lot of unnecessary
Yeah, of
safety
course, of
cars.
course.
I think there was a race. I think it was towards the end of last season where there was a safety because somebody just stopped on track. Just stuff like that is why I think it should be reduced. But it's fine. That's a topic for another day.
Yeah. What about next week, Robert? We have Portimao, beautiful Portugal.
Arguably the worst track on the calendar in terms of to drive. The track is really nice on other games, but on F1 24 it's so bumpy. The curbs are so hard. I mean, it'll be an entertaining race, but I'm not going to enjoy driving there. That's for sure. But
That's why I'm
long as it's
streaming,
not-
not driving. No, I love
Yeah.
Portimao, especially the uphill, downhill parts and beautiful corners and many different lines possible, depending on the speed, of course. And I'm hoping that we have many overtakes there. And like today, Mattia Myth starting from the back and managed it to be still on the podium.
Mattia and Myth.
Yeah, that's the same person. Yeah, I need
get you,
always
I get
to tell Mattia, if I talk about Mattia, who is Mattia? And so on, and also Andreas and so on, who is Andreas? Yeah, that was a good ride from his side, also good ride from your side. And what about next one? As I said, Portimao, then we have Barcelona, maybe
Barcelona's
something
one
better
of the
for
few
you?
good tracks. One of the few good tracks on this calendar. This calendar is not really personally. I don't really like it, but I mean, look, the aim, especially having Bear as a team, the aim is just podiums. I mean, last year I got podiums in almost every race. I just want to keep on getting podiums. Last week, I got blocked in quali. Well, I got disqualified for letting the car through, so P20 to the podium, and then obviously I threw it away. But good start with this week, and just keep racking up the points. Constructors is going to be tight this year. Matthias Zsolti are very good. So yeah, that's the challenge. But we'll see.
I'm especially hyped for the Constructors Championship title because there are 3 or 4 teams who are fighting for the title. For time being, I think VCarb still leading ahead of you, Red Bull, and then it's gonna be tight between the Ferraris and the McLaren guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna be a nice one. we still have 14 races to go. As I said, Portimao next week, and then Barcelona, and so on and so on. By the way, it's a sprint race next week, right? So a little bit more Portimao, a little bit more points on the board, and catch the points. So thank you, Roble, and
No problem.
see you next week.
I will see you next week. Take care, Mike.
Yeah, you too. Have a good week. Cheers, Roble. Yeah, now let's go to Mattia Myth.
Hello.
Buonasera Mattia, tutto bene?
Buonasera, Mike.
All good?
Benissimo, tutto bene.
Survived, survived Baku and on the podium.
Right from the back. From the back, that's the hardest part.
You started on P18,
but,
right? P18.
Yeah, I mean, last probably something like that.
Yeah, and
Doesn't matter anyway with so many safety cars to be fair. So,
again, the safety car discussion.
oh yeah.
I had it before with Roble.
Nah,
Yeah.
don't not talking about this again, no more.
No. That's another topic for the
Another
chat,
topic.
and maybe, yeah, we talk maybe about that. But yeah, let me know how your race was. Did you enjoy the driving, overtaking some guys, so many overtakes?
Yeah, I overtaken some guys. Some guys, yes, some guys not.
And one guy.
Some guys were a bit. Some guys were a bit. I mean, their racing was. I don't know how to explain. Yeah, I saw a lot of carnage, which shouldn't have happened in many occasions. But
Yeah.
yes, I've seen many mistakes. I've seen a crash in the castle section that gave everybody wing damage, me included.
Okay.
So, but yeah, at the end, doesn't really matter. I got my strategy quite well. Hars lasted the whole race, and then I managed to get this Pichu with a bit older tires than Vera, which is fine.
Yeah, and what about 3 seconds, Mattia?
It should be removed. I mean, I'm not. I don't think I will get them removed because I'm Pichu anyway. But yeah, I had like 2 warnings because I got pushed off track 2 times. One by Chris, by the way.
Yeah,
So-
just report to the FIA to have a look to the incident regarding removing of the 3 seconds, because
Nah, I mean, it's Pichu anyway. Okay, doesn't really matter.
yeah, okay.
But yeah.
Because Roble also told something, he received 3 seconds right away. With one off track, he received 3 seconds, something like that, and yeah.
Yeah, we had a discussion like before he got sent into the interview room. I think we are both not reporting it, so we stay in the same positions.
Okay.
That's all good. So it's both feature trick. It's fine anyway.
It is a gentleman's
So, yeah.
agreement, right?
Gentleman's agreement. in all this carnage, there is gentleman's.
Yeah.
There are gents.
What about next week? We have a sprint race in Portimao.
Oh, Portimao, yeah. Tough track. It's also sprint. I mean, it should be better than this one because I feel like I'm not the fastest. But yeah, it should be alright. It's not a track I've driven too much in this game.
Okay.
Probably I've just driven once when we did the last season.
Well, it doesn't matter if you drive a track often or not. You're always finishing on the podium. Sometimes behind of Pera, sometimes in front of Pera. So
it
it's
depends on which in front. Basically.
now it's tie between you and Pera. So
Should
you're
be.
going in the next race into Portimao with no gap between you guys. What about the constructors title?
Constructors title should be alright, right?
Looks good for time being for V-Carb, yeah?
Sure, good. We should be P1, I think. But yeah, we will try to.
Yeah, of course.
To get it at the end.
The fourth
That
time,
one season.
fourth time in a row, right?
Yeah, it might be. It might be. We will try everything. It's going to be harder this season because Barra and Robo together will score many podiums and many wins. So it will be definitely harder than the other times.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's-
will try to get both championships for sure.
Yeah, of course, we wanna have, the viewers wanna have a tight battle for both championships, for the driver and the team championship, and as it looks like, it will end in the last race in
It will.
Austria. In
It-
Austria for the
it will.
team and driver championship, hopefully, yeah. So, any last words from your side, Mattia?
Not particularly. Just try to get a good race next time
Yeah.
with less carnage, hopefully. There is not a castle section in Portimao, so it should be good.
But some bumpy sections I heard from Arobla.
Some bumpies for sure,
Yeah,
but no walls. Very close to the track, which is alright.
and,
Only
ho-
gravel.
and hopefully no safety cars. Let's see. Let's keep fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
So see you next week, Mattia. Thank you for driving. Have a
And
good
see
week.
You, see you, Mike.
Bye bye.
Have a good week as well. Bye bye, Mike.
Bye bye. So now we are grabbing the champion, Bera. Hello
Hello.
again. Every time I stream, you're on the podium and always at the interview. Does it not get boring for you? Always on the podium?
No,
No.
it's very fun actually.
Give me more, give me more.
Yes, exactly.
So you're now tied with Mattia in the driver standings, same points, I think, because the fastest lap point went to Yo-Yo. Yeah, tell me about your race, how you felt.
I felt very confident. I believe I would have won with a gap if
No
no
safety car, right?
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. This game's shit, so can't do much about it. Had to do the best, and it worked out. So yeah.
Oh, well, but still always on the podium. But hopefully it still makes a little bit of fun. Otherwise you wouldn't drive it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, I'm
Yeah.
getting tired of it.
Really? There, this season +1, then we have a new game.
Yeah.
And the
we'll see.
next one is season number 10. Wow. We're gonna
Next
do
season might be a break. Who knows?
we will see. We will see. If you're two-time champion, then you go for sure for a three-time champion in a row. It's
Maybe.
also pretty nice to have, like the Mattia and Zsolti, 3-time constructor champion in a row. And they're going for the 4th time now in season 9. But let's see what your guys doing. What about Portimao next week? A sprint race?
I have no idea.
And just drive.
Yeah, just drive.
Just drive and finish on the podium on P1.
Yeah, and pole, of course. That's the most important.
Pole ratio, you, yeah. Still increasing the pole ratio. Let me...
Did you see my last lap today?
In the pole, yeah.
I got completely killed.
Let me check the... if the thing is working here. I have...
It was a roadblock in the castle section. So my car came to a stop.
There was not only one car who crashed, right? There've been many
it was
cars. Two cars.
Niff and Rob.
Yeah. Let me check here the quali statistics. So throughout all seasons, you joined season 6, the first race in season 6. Now we are in season 7. You have a pole ratio of 50.4% throughout all seasons. Then we have 70.6% in season 8, and now currently you're on 100%.
Ooh.
Ooh. So 14 races to go. Well,
14 poles to go.
I'll send you a big package of beer if you're doing 16 poles in one season. Then
Yeah.
you deserve that one. So yeah, Portimao, you like the track or
Nah, I don't.
not really?
This is the most shit calendar we had in years.
Well, it's not well, it's fun to have other tracks than always the same ones. But yeah, it's a tough one. We have Portimao next in Barcelona, Singapore, Bahrain, Mexico, Hungary,
Monaco.
Monaco, Miami,
Shit tracks, but
Sandford, Shanghai.
same for everyone.
Yeah. And yeah, only 14 rounds to go, so it's more or less finished the season 9. So any last words from your side, Vera?
I don't know actually.
Yeah, easy.
Cheers.
Cheers. So thank you for driving, Vera, and see you next week in Portimao.
See ya.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, guys, that was it for today's race in Azerbaijan, Baku, and of course we are back next Monday. As you heard several times in Portimao, Portugal. Beautiful track in my POV to watch, maybe not to drive, but we're not driving, we're watching the race, the beautiful race between these drivers. Close driving there, of course, and as I said, many different lines possible in Portimao, and maybe also there is rain approaching in Portimao, which makes it a little bit more trickier for the drivers. And yeah, that was it for today. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you next week. Have a good week, take care, and game on. Bye.